The three North Shore mayors are under pressure, saddled with explaining how the North Shore's new wastewater treatment plant went from costing $700 million to nearly $4 billion.
You have to start by sharing their frustration, because I'm a taxpayer in this community too, and I'm very frustrated by this situation.
It's frustrating, to be told a number, but not really understand how those decisions were being made.
Nobody's happy with the prospect of this coming down the road. But I think the real reality comes when you get the bill.
That bill begins next year. Although phased in, it amounts to $590 extra for every North Shore household for 30 years. They're handling 37% of the cost, despite only having 7% of the population.
So it's not just $590. Let me stress, most of the utility bills for North Vancouver are going to come in around $1,500 to $1,600. And it's not deferrable. That is a major change for people in our communities.
This is unfair, say the North Shore mayors. They want the rest of the region to cough up more, but the reluctance by some to do so has created conflict among the region's mayors and councillors.
This one, just the magnitude of it, has thrown some cracks into it, and it's going to take a bit of work to get the board working together again in a more holistic way.
Part of the solution, say the three mayors, is to figure out who is ultimately responsible for this mess. Finally, this week, Metro Vancouver announced what they and others, including BC's Premier, have been asking for: an independent audit. We have heard concerns about whether Metro Vancouver is managing costs effectively for the public, says Metro Chair George Harvey. We take these concerns seriously. The three North Shore mayors hope the audit will also uncover what they say is a lack of transparency in how the regional government shares details about large projects.
For a very long time, the majority of these decisions are made in closed meetings. And so the public, and quite frankly, many councillors across this region, are kept in the dark.
Jerry Doblavoni became Metro's boss in 2019, 2 years after the contract was awarded to build the new North Shore plant. One of his priorities was to improve how major infrastructure projects were done. I am confident in the process improvements I've implemented, he says, and welcome an independent review of the North Shore wastewater treatment plant costs. The North Shore mayors say the regional government must do better, but it's frustrating that past decision makers are long gone.
Jerry's feeling the pressure too. Everybody within that group is feeling the pressure of the increases on this project. But again, Jerry wasn't the person in charge of Metro Vancouver at the time this project was engaged in. And when it was contracted out in 2017, there was a different commissioner and there was a very different process in place.
So any positive changes Doblavoni says he's made appear to be too late for this project. No terms for the independent audit have been released, meaning it's unclear when results will come. So that's left the North Shore mayors in a tough spot to ask residents to get ready for increased tax costs starting next year. Chad Pawson, CBC News, North Vancouver.